Good day, viewers. You are welcome to this edition of our YouTube channel. And today we are going to look at another very vital topic in the mathematics scheme of work. And that topic is number base leading to simultaneous linear equation. First of all, what is simultaneous linear equation? A simultaneous linear equation, that topic is a topic that is being taught starting from J3. And it involves, it's an equation where you are being asked to find two variables. And those two variables, when you say something is moving simultaneously, they are moving together, meaning you are either asked to find both x and what? Y. Now, with that being said, let's take a look at the question we are having right here. The question says, find the value of x and y in the following equation. Now, even if you are not being asked to find the value of x and y, you should know what you are looking for the moment you look at your question. The moment you take a look at the question, remember in our previous video, I also said is that before you step your foot into the exam hall, for those of you writing the senior and the junior WAEC, ensure that you gain mastery of all topics. Ensure you know how questions are frequently set. When you look at the question, you should be able to tell us where that question is coming from, which topic. So with that being said, let's go straight and resolve this question number 1. We have to solve for both the x and both the y. Now this is how it's simply done. Whatever you are having here first will lead to your first equation, then what this will lead to your second equation. What am I having here? This is 32 base x. So I will start with the first digit, which is 3. I'll come right here and say 3 multiplied by, what is the base? My base is x. I'm going to place the s right here. Also take note, you can see the way I write the s and the way I write the multiplication sign. There's a difference. Plus. Now, after this first digit, which is 3, can you see for yourself? How many digits do we have left after this first digit? We just have just one digit left. So you say your base raised to the power of what? 1. Can you see how it is clearly done? So we move. The next digit we have here is a 2. You say 2 multiplied by, what is your base again? My base is x. Now, after that base, after this last digit, is there any other digits? No. You say raised to the power of 0. Nil. If there's no other digits, you say raised to the power of what? 0. So we are done with this first part. We are coming to this now. Next, I will say plus, what am I having here? This is 5. Here becomes 5 multiplied by, now what is my base here? My base here is y. If I should close this 5 after this digit we are currently working on, this 5, how many digits do we have left? We just have, I didn't ask you what is the number we have left. I'm not asking you what is the number we have left. What I'm saying is, how many digits do we have left after this first digit? I just have only one digit left. So you say your base raised to the power of 1. Can you see how it is clearly done? Plus, I'm coming to this digit now, which is 1. 1 multiplied by, now, what is my base again? My base is y. Can you see how it is clearly done? My base is what? Y. After this 1 I'm currently working on, is there any other digits? No. So you say nil, which is raised to the power of 0. You can see the way I spread that. So let's solve first for equation 1, then we'll go solve for equation 2. Now, in mathematics, when you are being asked 3 multiplied by x from the laws of algebra, I advise students just remove this multiplication sign and join both. It will give you 3x. You can see for yourself. Then, anything raised to the power of 0 is always 1. 1 trillion raised to the power of 0 is 1 in mathematics. 1 billion raised to the power of 0 is 1. So x raised to the power of 0 is 1 from the laws of indices. So it becomes 2 multiplied by 1. So here we simply give you what? 2. You can see for yourself. We are coming right here. Plus 5 multiplied by y. Just remove the multiplication sign. It gives you 5y. You can see the way we are clearly solving it. Then we are coming right here. Now, remember again, anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. Here becomes 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 will still give me what? 1. Equal to, now, can you see we are having 10 here? For the purpose of this topic, any number that has no base is already in base 10. And when the number is in base 10, you don't touch it in number base involving equation. You can see they have already solved this one for you. Anyone that has no base is already in base 10. You are not to touch it. So we move. So right here, we'll come here and write this thing. At the end of the day, you are going to collect like terms. You will notice this has x. This side has y. But it is only here and here that is just a number without variable. In mathematics, we call Those things you call alphabet A, B, C, D in English. In mathematics, we call it variable. Take note. Here I have X, here I have Y. But both, this plus 2 and the plus 1 and plus 10 has nothing. So therefore, you are going to say collect what? Collect like term, CLT. So I'm going to collect like terms right here. Here becomes 3x. What am I having next? This is plus 5y equal to, I'm having a 10 here. I'm going to write a 10. Can you see these numbers without variable, the plus 2 and the plus 1, they will cross the equal to sign. So it becomes 10. If this plus 2 is coming, it becomes minus 2. If this plus 1 is crossing the equal to sign, it becomes a negative 1. At the end of the day, what I'm simply going to have here becomes 3x plus 5y. 10 plus 10 minus 2 will give us plus 8. Plus 8 minus 1 will give us plus 7. So here is simply going to give me 7. And I will call this EQ1. We'll call it equation 1. Can you see for yourself? You are going to call this EQ. Let me give a space. I'm going to tag it equation what? 1. So we are through solving for this. Now we are not coming to this side to solve for this particular question. So we are coming here now to solve this one out. Again, what is my base? My base is what? X. What is the first digit I'm having here? What is the first digit I'm having here? The first digit is 2. So I'll come here and say 2 multiplied by, this is for the first equation. I've gotten what I'm looking for. So I'm coming to the other part of my question. My base is what? X. 2 multiplied by my base, which is X. Now, after this first digit, how many digits do we have left? After these 2 we are currently working on, we just have 1 digit left. You say raised to the power of 1 plus, what am I having next? 3. I'll come already 3. Here becomes 3 multiplied by again. What is my base? My base is what? X. After this 3, that's this digit, this number we are currently working on. Is there any other digit? No. New. If there's no other digit, you say new. Raised to the power of 0. Say 0. Raised to the power of 0. Take note. We come in right here. Here becomes plus. What number do we have next? Is 4. 4 multiplied by, what is the base? Your base here is y. You come here and say y. Now, after this 4, you can see for yourself. After this 4, how many digits do we have left? After this digit I'm currently working on, it's just 1. 1 digit left. So you say raised to the power of 1 plus. We are going to the 2 now. Here becomes 2 multiplied by. After this 2, is there any other number? No. So raised to the power of what? 0. Can you see the way we are clearly spreading now? Equals to what? 7. So we go and solve further. Here becomes 2 multiplied by s raised to the power of 1 will give us 2x plus. Remember in mathematics, anything raised to the power of 0, any number raised to the power of 0 is 1. So 3 multiplied by 1 will give us what? 3 plus 4 times y. Just remove the multiplication sign. You call it 4y. Can you see for yourself? Plus 2 multiplied by, remember, this is y raised to the power of 0. Anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So here becomes 2 times 1. 2 times 1 will give us what? 2 equal to 7. Remember, you are not going to touch this one because I told you initially that any number without a base, any digit without a base, is assumed that digit is already in base 10. So therefore, this is what we currently have now. So we're going to simplify further. What I'm going to have here, if I should simplify further, I'm going to collect items. You say C, LT. Here becomes 2x. You can see I'm having plus 4y. Here becomes plus 4y equal to 7. The numbers, the ones without a variable, you can see for yourself. The 3 and the 2 have no variable. They will cross, and that becomes 7. If the plus 3 is coming, it becomes a negative 3. If the plus 2 is also coming, it becomes what? A negative 2. At the end of the day, it becomes 2x plus 4y equal to, now 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 will give us 4. Now 4 minus 2 will give us what? 2. And you call this equation 2, EQ2. Can you see for yourself? Now at this stage, you cannot see that this Number base has already lead us to simultaneous linear equation. And remember, the moment you get to, for those, especially for those who are in SS1, the moment you get to this stage, your teacher is supposed to leave you to continue your work. Reason being that you have been taught. I could remember the people I taught in J3, they answered 90 questions. You have been taught simultaneous equation. So this is our equation 1 and equation 2. So therefore, you will move further and go and solve. This has now lead us to simultaneous what? Linear equation. So I'm going to take my equation 1. What is equation 1? Equation 1 is 3s plus 5y equal to 7. I'll come here and write it 3s plus 5y equal to 7. This is my equation 1. What is your equation 2? Your equation 2 is 2x plus 4y equal to 2. 2x plus 4y equal to what? 2. This is your equation 2. So at the end of the day, we're going to solve for that. Now, using elimination method, for the purpose of your exam, if you're writing WAEC, you can decide to use substitution method or elimination method, or you can also decide to use graphical method if you want to. So for the purpose of your exam, I want to use elimination method. Using elimination method, let me tag it. Using elimination method. So you can see for yourself. So now let's look at this together. In simultaneous linear equation, if you are using elimination method, what it means is that, let me just give you a quick concept. If I'm to purchase a pick milk of, let's say, 1,000 naira or $1,000, one person will be credited while the other will be debited. Both must match. The rule states that your variable, can you see the variable here? Whatever coefficient you are having in front of each variable, what it means is that whatever number you are having in front of, let's say the x in equation 1 and the x in equation 2 must be the same. If here is showing 3s, here must also show 3s before you start solving. Or if here is showing, let's say 5y, here must also show 5y. Both numbers, both coefficients in equation 1 and 2 must be the same. And your answer must also, your question must also have a positive and a negative sign. But right here, we can see that we're having positive sign, we're also having positive sign. So we can't start solving without manipulating our question. Now, we can also see that here showing 5, here showing 4. They are not, the numbers are not same. The same thing for this side. So what you're simply going to do, I'll show you how you're going to balance it up. What you're simply going to do, pick any number you like to match it up. I will take these 2 to multiply everything up here, and take this 3 to multiply everything this way. So let's go. I'll come down here and say, rewrite the question. Here becomes 3s plus 5y equal to 7 multiplied by, can you see the coefficient of s here? Multiplied by 2. Then I will write my second equation, 2x plus 4y equal to 2 multiplied by, what am I having in front of this place? I'm having 3, so this is 3 right there. So let's go. Now 2 multiplied by 3x will give us 6x. 2 multiplied by plus 5y will give us plus 10y. 2 multiplied by 7 will give us 14. 3 multiplied by 2s will give us 6. It will give us 6x. 3 multiplied by plus 4y will give us plus 12y equal to 3 multiplied by 2 will give us 6. Now you can clearly see that we have been able to fulfill rule number 1, which says that the coefficient of your equation 1 and equation 2 must be the same. You can see now that we are having 6 here. We're also having 6 here. So it means we can now start solving. There's still one thing restricting us back. Both number must have a positive and a negative sign. But right here we are seeing plus instead of plus minus. So it means we have to go and introduce a negative word sign. So I will come here and introduce a negative sign. Can you see for yourself? I have now introduced a negative sign. So From this stage now, we can now clearly spread it out. So let's spread it out. It becomes, let me spread it out. It becomes, at this stage, it becomes, let's go. What do we have here? In mathematics, any number without a sign has a positive. If, let me explain what I mean. In mathematics, whenever you are holding your notebook or you are facing the board, check the left side of any number. The left side of any number. Any sign in that number belongs to the, any sign you see in the left side of any number belongs to that number. It will always have an effect on that particular number. And in a situation where there is no sign, in the case where there is no sign, let me use this theory for example, there is no sign in the left side of this number. It means that number is plus. You call it a positive number. If you want to call it, you say plus 3. So because you are a student, you are the only one that know that. You as a student, you are the only one who is aware that there is a positive sign here. You call this plus 3. Whenever you are seeing this, any number in maths that has no sign in the left side, you always call it plus. So we are coming here, we're going to spread it out. Here becomes, using elimination method, here becomes plus 6x minus, here again also have plus. Remember what I said, any number without a sign in the left side is plus. Minus plus 6x. Then we are coming here, close bracket. Here becomes, I need space. I'm going to spread this out here. I need space to do this. Okay, let me do it right here. Here becomes, this number has no sign, so I'll call it plus 6. Plus 6s plus 6x minus plus 6x. Then we are coming here. Plus 10y plus 12 plus 10y minus plus 12y. You can clearly see for yourself. Then we are coming here. Equal to plus 14 minus plus 6. Minus plus what? Plus 14 minus plus 6. So you can clearly see for yourself. So let's go. Minus times plus will give me minus. So here becomes plus 6x minus 6x. Remember, bracket means multiplication. Then we are coming here. Here is plus 10y. We go again. Minus times plus means minus. So here becomes minus 12y. Then we are coming here. Minus times plus again, we'll open the brackets. Minus times plus is minus. So it becomes plus 14 minus 6. So let's simplify further. I'm having 6, I'm owing 6. You can see here it's eliminated, it's gone. Here becomes 0. Then plus 10y, I'm having 10. Y, I'm owing 12. So it becomes minus 2. Here becomes minus 2 equal to minus 2y equal to, I have 14, I'm owing 6. If I should settle, it will give me plus 8, which is just 8. I'll place it here. Now divide both sides by the coefficient of y, which is minus 2. So it becomes minus 2y divided by minus 2 equal to 8 divided by a negative 2. Can you see for yourself? Now minus divided minus is plus, 2 divided 2 is 1. So here becomes 1y. And in mathematics, when you're having 1s or 1y, you write only the variable. That's why. Then this is another mistake students often make. Remember, any number without a sign in the left side in mathematics, like I earlier said, whenever you are holding your note, check the left side of you are solving mathematical problem. Always check the left side of your digits. Any number without a sign there is always plus. So here is plus. So here becomes plus 8 divided by minus 2. That's a positive 8 divided by a negative 2. That's going to give me a negative 4. So you can see for yourself. You can clearly see for yourself. So here becomes a negative what? 4. Now I've gotten one of my answer, which says y equals to what? Minus 4. Now how do I get the x? The moment you get one of your answer, what you're simply going to do, you will go back to your original question. So I'm going to use this side. Pause the video first. Now the moment you get the value of your y, which is a negative 4, the next thing you simply do, remember in your question you have to solve for both x and y. That is why it is called simultaneous equation. The word simultaneous means two things moving together. They are moving simultaneously, moving together. So now we have gotten our y. Let's go and get our what? X. What you're simply going to do, you write in your answer booklet, substitute the value of y into equation. What answer did you get in as your y? -4, a -4. You are going to put that -4 anywhere you see y in any of the equations. So you can decide to put it in equation 1 or in equation 2. Is that clear? So I will say substitute the value of y into equation, let's say equation 1. And the value of y, remember the value of y is what? A -4. So anywhere I see y in equation 1, I'm going to place what? 4. So let's go to equation 1 in our original question. What do we have here? This is the question for equation 1. So I'll come right here and write it. Here becomes 3x, can clearly see for yourself, plus 5y equal to 7. Now, anywhere I see y, I will put a -4. So here becomes 3x plus 5 minus 4. Can you see for yourself? Now, equal to 7. So it becomes 3x plus 5 times minus 4 is going to give me minus what? 20 equal to 7. At the end of the day, I'm going to collect like CLT. Here becomes 3x 7. If this minus 20 is crossing, it becomes what? Plus 20. So here becomes 3x equals to 27. At the end of the day, you will divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 3. So divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 3. Here becomes 3x equals to 27 divided by 3. And your final answer becomes x equal to 9. So you can see for yourself. At the end of the day, your final answer becomes x equals to what? 9. So your answer is y equals to a -4 and x equals to a +9. Thank you. Now, I also like you to attempt question 1, question 2, and question 3, and drop your answer in the comment section below. Thank you.